So, hello traders, and welcome to our Gold Rush Daily, whereby we look at gold analysis. And before we look at what we are looking at, what we are anticipating, yesterday we had these two setup. The first setup hit stop loss, and then the price went all the way to a take profit. So, such kind of things are eminent in the financial markets. So, we risked only 50 pips. We were targeting 100 pips. And when you look at the second setup here, we had the second setup after this PPI data yesterday. The US PPI data came out positive, so we expected the dollar to strengthen, the dollar index to strengthen, and therefore the USD to strengthen as well. So which made the price to push all the way down to this particular point, but I was looking at it this way. The reason why I got that sell, the price hadn't taken out these liquidities here, right? So the price reached here, then pushed back all the way to this level. So what it did, it gave us a BOS at that particular point. We had that BOS, right? Sorry about that. We had the BOS there. So, and therefore these became our order block. That is the 5 minutes order block there. And I was able to take a sell. We took a sell in my group, and we sold for 100 pips. So at least we recovered the 50 pips we had lost. And we had 50 pips in profits. Okay. So sometimes it's important to know that when we have these kind of things in the markets, taking losses in the market is normal, right? And the key goal now is to ensure that you take trades that gives you not less than risk to reward ratio of 1:2. Okay, because sometimes due to market conditions, things might change along the way, and you end up hitting stop loss. All right. Remember again, like I said, it's not more about a strategy, because strategy is just 20% of forex trading. What really matters is your psychology, right? Are you emotional when you take losses? Such kind of things, they are what matters, because psychology is 80% of trading. Okay, so. And remember, if you maybe looking at a strategy, you'll be shocked to understand that you can have a 30% winning strategy. And if you are using a risk to reward ratio of 1:3, at the end of the day, you are profitable. You can have a strategy that gives you 40% winning rate. And if you have a risk to reward ratio of at least 1:2, then at the end of the day, again, you'll be profitable. All right. So it's important to no, it's not really so much about strategy, right? So let's go to the daily time frame. So from the daily time frame, we saw the yesterday's candle closing bearish, again supported by the PPI data. And from that particular point, you remember yesterday I talked about me being bearish for gold. I'm still looking at bearish sentiment still. Nothing has changed. So I'm still looking at some bearish sentiment for gold. Yesterday was bearish. So I want to see this gold probably push slightly deeper. And let's get to understand that from the 4 hour time frame. So when you look at the 4 hour time frame, we see this consolidation, all right? We see this consolidation. I think for now, because we are ending the week, I've already journaled these trades, so I can delete them because they're already in my journal. The screenshots are already there in my journal. So I can just delete them so that we can have a clean chart whereby we are able to analyze from a clean chart. Okay. So just 1 minute, I delete them. Right, just 1 minute, I delete them. I don't want to delete all again because there are some which are still relevant. So at least now you can be able to see the price, all right? You can be able to see the price. So this is the 4 hour time frame. Remember, me talking of these kind of channels, all right? You remember me talking of this kind of a channel. Actually, even one of them is here. So it's good to understand when we have this channel, how the price trades giving us these particular channels. See, this was a bearish an ascending channel from a downtrend gives us the clues of the price breaking on the downside. Okay, so you can watch my previous videos and see how I've been eyeballing that. So right now the price pushed all the way down. All right, took some liquidities here. All right, it took some liquidities here. But even as it was taking out liquidities, we also have the price creating a BOS around that particular point. Okay. And here, what we have is the 4-hour order block, which has already been tested today. Today morning, this 4-hour engulfing, bearish engulfing has already been tested, and the price is now trying to react from that particular OB. So when you look at it from the 1 hour time frame now, all right, so you see what we are having here. So we still anticipate for the price probably to still looking at a bearish sentiment. In case this price maybe probably pushes up, in case it doesn't respect this 4-hour order block, this the 4-hour engulfing, then we might see the price come all the way to this particular level. Okay, before now we target or we look for some selling opportunities. The price might come all the way to this particular level here. So when you come to the 15 minutes time frame, or even the 30 minutes time frame, you see this level still, it's very still suffices. All right, it looks very probable. All right, and even before the price coming to this level, we have a level here that the price has created a BOS here, right? So that tells you, first of all, the first point of interest you want to look at is this particular level here, right? So when we come now to the 15 minutes time frame, okay, so we can be able now to read a different story and have that level there and still have this particular level here. So when I look at it from the 15 minutes level, I will only minimize if it's more than 50 pips. So this is 56 pips. So I can minimize now to the 1 hour, the 15 minutes level, all right? The 15 minutes level, the 15 minutes order block, which is now at least tradable. This one is a little bit bigger. Let's see how many pips, 67 pips. So we can go to the 5 minutes time frame and try to minimize our risk. Sorry about that. So we can have it now like that. So remember, this is quite a very small candle here. So we cannot regard this as an order block, and therefore we'll still work with this. And since it's more than 50 pips, what we can do is wait for the price to come to the mean threshold. Mean threshold is a half of this particular order block, right? Now, here comes another question. Remember, we still have a level here that we have been waiting for the price to retest. Even though now, when the price misses this kind of, when the price misses this level with that kind of a small number of pips, I consider this level activated because we saw yesterday, or even I can show you now from the 1 hour time frame, that order block was activated. Okay, because this is an order block on the 1 hour time frame, it was activated. For us, we drew it as an engulfing. The reason why the price did it, maybe probably reached to that particular point. So two things are likely to happen. Number one, we might see the price as it comes to this level here, we might see the price also draw a wick to this particular point and then giving us a selling scenario. So the reason why when we have 2 points close to each other, you really need to be a little bit conservative with the first level, right? Remember, this is also what happened yesterday, even though we took a loss, right? Because we had two levels close to each other, but I waited for the lower level, but still the price took out the liquidities and continued pushing on the downside. Okay. So still looking at some bearish sentiments, even though today I'm not really like aggressively trading because so far so good. I've been able to achieve my target and actually exceeded the target of 10% weekly growth. And I also exceeded, within the number of trades that I need to take per week, that is 2 to 5 trades in a week, right? So, but in case of any opportunities, of course, I'll be able to alert so that maybe probably those who want to trade, they can trade, but I'll not really be so much active on the charts. On the charts today, okay? So, but that's my bias. So these are the levels to look for selling opportunities. So I'm anticipating the price to give us some kind of some moves here on the downside, and the targets I'm eyeballing on the downside. Probably I'm looking at the price coming all the way to, first of all, these liquidities level here, because this is now the yesterday's low, right? Where we have the yesterday's lows. That's about um, that's about 33.29, right? That's about that 329 or that 330, right? When I come to the 1 hour time frame, when you come to the 1 hour time frame, now we see what we had talked about, this particular point here. All right, we had talked about price breaking this particular level. And the moment we see a break below that particular level, then we anticipate a selling opportunity. The price broke below and then it came to retest, right? Price broke below and then it came to retest. So if you look at the 4 hour time frame, it also broke below. If you look at the daily time frame, we also had a break below that level. So the reason why I'm a little bit bearish because I'm anticipating now the price at least to fill these imbalances and come all the way to this level. Remember, we still have a pending order here. I mean, not really a pending order, but we have a potential buying opportunity from this level once the price reaches to this particular level, right? So that's how we are going to program ourselves. That's how we are going to program ourselves today. My bias is bearish, but again, don't forget power 3, which might come in force. Remember, we have been bearish. So the week has been bearish, right? So power 3 is that when we, on Monday, on a bearish week, this is how the price behaves. So you find the price opens up on a Monday, then we have the manipulation, right? Price manipulating, that is opening up, pushing higher, and then now we see the price pushing down, and then now it retraces again, maybe to close somewhere there. So this happens mostly on Fridays. So make sure you monitor your trades very well, even for the sales. Ensure that you monitor your trades very well, because sometimes maybe during even the New York session you usually see that's when we have the tendency of the trade maybe probably reversing in your or creating this kind of moves as the market looks to close the week. All right, so make sure you monitor that. In case of anything, I will be able to alert you guys in the group. And before we wind up, we have the fundamentals today that we are looking at is the US core retail sales, and the retail sales at 3:30. Of course, it will affect the dollar. 5 p.m. also, we have some inflation data here, the prelim UOM inflation expectations for the dollar, and also the consumer sentiments, which again is likely will definitely affect gold, right? It will definitely affect gold. So be on the lookout at 3:30 and also at 5 p.m. so that you might not be trapped in the markets. Okay. Also remember, we have the news that Trump is meeting with Russian president. So again, also make sure that we cannot really preempt that there will be volatility, because we don't know we have a clue of what they are going to discuss, but we don't know the heaviness of that particular matter. So the reason why, again, we need to monitor, listen to maybe if we will be having a presser about the same regarding on what maybe they discuss. So all the time, it's always to ensure that you're properly risked, or you have proper risk management when you're taking trades, because anything is likely to happen, right? Anything is likely to happen, and therefore you want to be properly risked. Not You want to be properly to have proper risk management so that you can't lose more than you are anticipating you are willing to lose. Okay, so with that, guys, this brings us to the end of this week. Um, But we have the summit. We have the FX Mastery Series, which will be taking place at Scope Markets office. So make sure if you have some time today, if you're within Nairobi, tag a friend, come along with a friend. Then we'll be having a very good time together from 4 p.m. all the way to 6 p.m. All right. So with that, guys, I wish you a very blessed weekend. Make sure you review how your week was. Make sure you journal your trades and also you plan for next week over the weekend. Those are the things that we do as traders. All right. So from me, ensure you stay focused, you stay disciplined, and remember to always trade with purpose.